Help video multiply radical binomials level 1. So here we are going to multiply these binomials, you guys, and as you guys can see, there is square roots. So we're going to do our double distribution like how we did with imaginary numbers. So the square root of 6 times the square root of 6. Since both of the 6's are on the inside the square root, that means you can multiply them together. 6 times 6, you guys, is 36. So we're going to have, now notice they're both under the same square root, right? So square root of 36. Now, anytime you guys multiply a square root times itself, which is identical, eventually you know a shortcut is it's just going to be 6, you guys, because that's a perfect square. So anytime you guys multiply two of the square roots together, it's going to give you the inside number back with no square root, because that's going to be a perfect square. Square root of 6 times square root of 7, you guys, is going to be plus the square root of 6 times 7 is 42. Now we're doing the orange. Negative square root of 7 times square root of 6 is negative square root of 42. And negative square root of 7 times the square root of 7 is negative square root of 49. But remember, anytime you guys multiply a square root to the same square root, it's just going to give you back the number on the inside, except with not the square root. So we have this, you guys. Now this, they have the same root and radicand, so we can combine those. So really, you guys, there's a plus 1 there and a minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So these are going to cancel. So you guys have 6 minus 7, which is just 1. So there's that. Now let's look at like a problem like 2. So square root of 5 times square root of 5, you guys, is the square root of 25, because 5 times 5 is 25. But remember, anytime you guys multiply the square root to itself, you're going to get the number back. That's just a shortcut, right? Square root of 25 is 5, you guys, and notice square root of 5 times square root of 5 is just 5. Okay, square root of 5 times negative 7. Notice this is not on the inside of the square root, right? This is not on the inside of a square root, so it's going to be negative 7, the square root of 5. It cannot penetrate and go into the square root. Now we're doing the orange pathway, you guys. Negative 7 times square root of 5. Again, this is not in the square root. So that means it's going to be negative 7 square root of 5. This cannot get multiplied to the inside of a square root, or vice versa. And lastly, negative 7 times negative 7, you guys, is positive 49. Now, you guys can combine these because they have the same square root and radicand. So what's negative 7 minus 7? That's negative 14. Square root 5, and we still got the plus 49. We can combine these, you guys. So in total, we have 54 minus 14 square root of 5.